According to Taylor Bell, among 18 and 19 years old, 41% know little or nothing about condoms, and 45% say they know nothing about contraception. People that have casual sex only use protection 33% of the time. People in formal relationships use condoms 14% of the time. Most people have heard about contraception, but most people are still not using any method. Hello, my name is Blanca Gomez. I'm a sophomore student at Imperial Valley College, and today's purpose is to address the issue that the United States of America is facing towards its insufficient sexual education and how important it is to keep teaching students sex education in public schools and spread more information and promote awareness. Children should be taught sex education from the moment that they begin to be conscious of their body parts and their sensations. This stage begins when children are around 3 years old. Therefore, it is important that their sexual education begins from this moment. Sex education may start by teaching children the proper name of their body parts and the proper body parts that each person can touch of them. For example, only mommy can touch your bikini area while she is passing you. At any other moment, mommy cannot touch those areas. Any other family member, friend, or any other person can never touch your private area. If somebody wants to touch any part of your body and you are not feeling comfortable, ask them to stop and tell mom and dad what occurred. For teenagers, teachers can address other important topics, for example, how to maintain healthy relationships, understanding of gender, STIs, consent, how to use contraceptives, how to find the proper contraceptives for each person, and encourage students to attend to the doctor after they start their sexual life, for example, girls attending to the gynecologist, and more. Unfortunately, today most people learn about sex education through social media. Even though the internet has some accurate information about sex education, there is also a lot of misinformation. Many people is currently learning about sex education through pornography, friends, strangers on social media, and more. According to Is Watching Porn Really All That Bad? Research shows that about 67% of 13-year-old boys and about 40% of 13-year-old girls have seen at least one pornographic image on some sort of digital device. For most teenagers, pornography is their main source of sexual education, which entails that teenagers are not receiving the proper amount of information from their parents and teachers, which expose them to a lack of misinformation. The United States of America system needs to find a solution to the lack of misinformation that children and teenagers are exposed to. A successful solution to this issue will be the expansion of the sexual educational system. According to Comprehensive Sexuality Education, formal sex education varies in content across schools. Studies have demonstrated that comprehensive sexual education programs reduce the rates of sexual activities, sexual risk behaviors, STIs, and adolescent pregnancy. With the proper source and importance of sex education, we can form a better sex educational system for all ages. Those who oppose sex education in public schools argue that it is a matter of personal beliefs and values of every family and religions. Opponents point out that sex education affects directly the family's beliefs. They feel that by providing information to teenagers about how to practice safe sex, they are spreading information about sex, attempting towards their values of not having sex until marriage and only as a practice of human reproduction. Even though for some people sex education can be seen as a way to encourage teenagers to have sex, the only purpose of sex education is the prevention of undesired consequences of not counting with the proper knowledge. Schools are giving students the proper knowledge about sex in case they decide to be sexually active. In conclusion, the United States needs that children and teenagers learn sex education from public schools. Children need to be taught sex education from the moment that they begin to be conscious of their body parts. Also, it is especially important to keep in mind that the purpose of sex education is the proportion clear knowledge about sex practices, so when students decide to start their sexual life, they can have a clear vision of the situation and take the best decision for themselves. I encourage you to follow our Instagram page to find more information about sexual education. Thank you.